I'm Madeleine from Sheensling, and this is how to support your baby's head in the Koala Cuddleband carrier. So this is a fabulous carrier for newborns. It's really snuggly, but sometimes parents are worried about how best to support baby's head, and maybe it feels a bit wobbly and they're feeling like they need to hold. So there are some really easy things we can do with the fabric to get more support. But before we do any of that, I want you to check how your baby is sat. Sometimes the reason your baby's head and neck are feeling so wobbly is to do with how they're sat. We want them to be sat with their nicely on, with their weight on their bottom and their knees coming higher than their bottom, in this like M shape. And the reason for that is when they're in that shape, their pelvis is tucked under, and that helps stabilize their head and bring their head onto your chest. They actually can't then push their head back a long way. Sometimes if baby is pushing their head back a long way, that's because they are sat with their weight instead of on their bottom, on their inner thighs, with their pelvis tucked forward, and you can sort of see that sometimes in the legs start to go forward. And that results in them being able to throw their head back much further. You can see that on me. I can throw my head a long way back right now because my pelvis isn't tucked under, but if I sort of squat down a little bit and tuck my pelvis under, now that's as far as my head goes back. Instead, it comes forward. So the first thing we're going to do, if you're not sure, is slide your hands into the carrier and then just tuck your baby's bottom towards you, give them a nice little tuck in their pelvis, raise up their knees and let them wiggle onto their bottom. And then pull the fabric on either side with both layers all the way to the back of the knee so that they can stay in that nice, lovely scooped position. And then we can straighten up this panel to sit flush again, and you can see baby is back to being sat nicely on their bottom. And the vast majority of their neck support comes from that sat position. Then if that still doesn't feel enough and they still feel a little bit wibbly wobbly, now we can use the fabric to support their head and neck. And we can, if they like it, use this part to tuck their head. However, a lot of babies don't like this. A lot of babies will cry, or at least while they're awake. So if your baby doesn't like this, please know that you don't have to. And in fact, if the fabric feels too close to their face at any time, you can twist it just like I have done now by running your hand underneath, grabbing the fabric and pulling it out like so. And instead we can support the baby's neck from behind using this part of the material. And on the koala you'll notice it's very wide, so I can literally just bunch some of this up and make it into a nice little roll so that it sits behind baby's back of baby's neck and provides like a lovely little pillow light support. If I need a bit more, if that doesn't feel strong enough, I can take a muslin, or in my case a tea towel. I can roll it into a little muslin pillow, and then I can roll it into this top part of the outer layer like that to make a lovely pillow. Feels really supportive against them, and it maintains lots of space around their face, but gives them all the support they need. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions at all, please do pop them in the comments below. Otherwise, please do like and subscribe. It really helps. All the best. Bye.